Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name's Nick, and we're going to be doing some more Tim Minchin today. It's been a minute. Some of you that probably came around for my Tim Minchin content are like, why has he waited so long? Sorry, life got away from me, but we're back now. Jay over on Patreon actually kindly requested this one. It's called It's Not Perfect, and I'm excited to see what it's about. I'm going to hold off on saying anything until the end. I just really want to absorb what he has to say, and then I'll give you my little critique or what I thought about it, okay? Please make sure to go support Tim over on his channel on YouTube and on tour. Let's get into it.
This is my earth, and I live in it. It's 1/3 dirt and 2/3 water, and it rotates and revolves through space at rather an impressive pace, and never even messes up my hair. And here's the really weird thing: the force created by its spin is the force that stops the chaos flooding in. This is my earth, and it's fine. It's where I spend the vast majority of my time. It's not perfect, but it's mine. It's not perfect. This is my country, and I live in it. It's pretty big and nice to walk on, and the bloke who runs my country has built a demagoguery and taught us to be fearful and boring. And the weirdest thing is that he is conservative of politics, but really rather radical of eyebrow. This is my country, and it's fine. It's where I spend the vast majority of my time. It's not perfect, but it's mine. It's not perfect. This is my house, and I live in it. It's made of cracks and photographs we rented off a guy who bought it from a guy who bought it from a guy whose granddad left it to him. And the weirdest thing is that this house has locks to keep the baddies out, but they're mostly used to lock ourselves in. This is my house, and it's fine. It's where I spend the vast majority of my time. It's not perfect, but it's mine. It's not perfect, but it's mine. This is my body, and I live in it. It's 31 and 6 months old. It's changed a lot since it was new. It's done stuff it wasn't built to do. I often try to fill it up with wine, And the weirdest thing about it is I spend so much time hating it, but it never says a bad word about me. This is my body and it's fine. It's where I spend the vast majority of my time. It's not perfect, but it's mine. It's not perfect. This is my brain, and I live in it. It's made of love and bad song lyrics. It's tucked away behind my eyes, where all my fucked up thoughts can hide. 'Cause God forbid I hurt somebody. And the weirdest thing about a mind is that every answer that you find is the basis of a brand new cliche.
Straight up.
This is my brain, and it's fine. It's where I spend the vast majority of my time. It's not perfect, but it's mine. It's not perfect, but it's mine. It's not perfect. I'm not quite sure I've worked out how to work it. It's not perfect, but it's mine. Thank you.
Wow. I loved that. That was succinct and really, really beautiful. It was beautiful. Tim has a great way of sort of just taking rather complex ideas and distilling them into bite-sized, comedic, yet really touching sort of heartfelt performances that most people can digest. Starting from just the layers in all of our lives, you know, earth, country, house, body, brain. And may have missed one in there. But how none of it really matters. I mean, it matters, but our problems are so much confined to our own brain, and our own reality is just, neurons bouncing off of each other or sending, signals. And we've created this incredible, incredible world filled with amazing things and also problems. But if you zoom out, we're also just a speck in the universe. So I just really appreciated his perspective on things. And, we live in a divided country, depending on where you are. But then, of course, if you zoom in farther, sometimes we're divided in our own brain. Some of you know I work in psychiatry, but, wouldn't it be easier if we were actually the masters of our own domain? And sadly, that's usually not the case. Our brain is hard to work out, and Tim did a fantastic job of that. He's so lyrically gifted. And then again, our bodies that we, some of us appreciate, but many of us don't. The things that hemodynamically keep us alive and, get us to do things we're not even aware of. Just the act of walking and talking and all these complex, emotions. We don't think about them. we take all of that for granted, and we get caught up in drama or um, anyways, I'm rambling at this point. He brought up a lot, and it was really a pleasure to listen to him perform and sort of put his soul on stage. And he's awesome. So thank you to Jay over on Patreon for suggesting this, getting me back into a little bit of Tim. Um, Definitely didn't even view that as comedy. I just think that was sort of poetry, and I really appreciate you. I've been thinking a lot. Tim has like a way of phrasing things that's kind of like really obscure random reference, but kind of like Shel Silverstein. If any of you are familiar with his like kid books, there's like a always an adult theme behind those poems and behind those little stories of shells. And the same is with Tim. He sometimes makes things sort of kid-like in a way that like you can digest easily in a song, because it's not easy to create songs with crazy complex words, so you have to sort of distill them, but they're very adult in terms of the subject matter he proposes. um, Anyways, thank you again, Jay. I hope you all enjoyed. Let me know how I did in the comments. Please make sure to go subscribe to Tim at his channel. And if you want to check out my Patreon, I do this part time, so everything helps. I'll see you in the